Fenway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. The Razorbacks will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will take the field first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
And the defense gives up the first down, and oh, here they go. They're going fast, no time to substitute, got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. To the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Stribling. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Rebels racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Rebels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's the give off the left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third down, he drops to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Wallace. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Smashes through the tackle. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. From the gun. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Arkansas's offense will have its first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names.
There he goes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to throw, it's Green. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. With the catch, it's dribbling. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. They're going to test the right side with this one. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The most mind-boggling stat from last season is that Ole Miss trailed for a grand total of 2 minutes all year long and somehow lost 3 games and missed the playoff.
Yeah, it was incredible, but it was a great year. You saw the line of scrimmages for Ole Miss really take over. Offense and defensive lines, that was the strength of their team that allowed them to thrive, to win more games, to be more dominant. Palmer reloading a lot of guys in those new spots.
Including a quarterback. No more Jackson Dart. Obviously, he was a huge part of their success. Last several years, really, we always expect Lane Kiffin to find a good one. This year, that position's got to play well.
Tight end now in motion. He'll do it himself. And into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Kansas State is going to enjoy the trip back to Manhattan after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road and you stack wins there in Bill Snyder Family Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. To the air, it's Green. Fires to the tight end.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the left. Shakes off the defender. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. Plows through the defense. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line. That's short of 1st down yardage. 4th down is coming. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Here's the handoff. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The Razorbacks will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Green. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. The 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Rebels. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man, it's Jones. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. They go to the ground. Turning it on! And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Finding open areas. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Gives it on the option. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses that phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
Back to throw, it's Green. Under fire. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Good, right down the boulevard. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the move, it's Lacey. Past the sticks and still on his feet. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. On the option. Powers through the defender. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. Power football with the run. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Now the toss. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Punt is in the air. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. To the air, it's Green. With the catch, it's Washington. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. They'll immediately call timeout. The Razorbacks are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get it through the air. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Leaves it with the running back. Jukes his way for more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Washington. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Back to pass, it's Green. Gets it to him on the screen. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. Sends it back in motion. They're looking to throw on second and short. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
And the Razorbacks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run play action. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on second and long from the 23. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wallace. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, the running back has it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Wallace. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got enough for the first. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. On the snap, it's Lacey. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. And the Rebels have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He'll do it himself on the draw. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. Nice move to pick up yardage. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. He'll set up to throw. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the punishment has been extended. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan-Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to South Alabama. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking downfield, it's Green. Hauls it in. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. 3rd down play from the gun. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Nestles it in at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Caught behind the line. It's Wallace. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Going with the counter play here. At the 45 on his way. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. On the option. He'll pitch it. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a crease, it's Lacey. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. We've come to the end of the period and Ole Miss is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. It's a draw. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Grab behind the line. It's right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Rebels looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Touchdown, Rebels! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Arkansas, 3.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. Runs through a tackle.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right?
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Ole Miss! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Arkansas, 3.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Green. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the run, it's Washington. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. 2nd down coming up. Right back to the well. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. One drive has already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. What a disappointment. No good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. He breaks a tackle. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Finds the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Give to the running back. He has the first and still on his feet. Breaks into the open. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Trying play action. Slips a tackle. And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Green. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Punt is on its way. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Lee. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So now things a bit harder after that delay of game penalty, and now you got to worry about getting it out of the shadow of your own goalpost. Creates a little space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are, but when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've